Hey, welcome on in. This was my Apocalypse 3 challenge on Brownstone High School map. I've actually completed them on all maps now, but this is the only one I recorded. I'm going to provide a commentary on this because I didn't record any audio at the time. I will be doing all the maps again to record them. I like to check the objectives as soon as I get in the van to see if they're doable. I will always give them a go, no matter what they are, but some are obviously harder than others. My strat for this map was originally to go in through the front door, listen on the parabolic, see which location it was, if it was on the left or right, and then start to take my gear to the left or right side. I think I'd abandoned it at this point. This is probably like my 5th attempt. I got spawned on twice as I walked through the door, so I just decided to go for it. The only problem with that, of course, is it takes a good 5 minutes to actually get going. If you're not familiar with the Apocalypse 3 challenge, your speed is 50 with no sprint, while the Ghost is 150. So you've got to be careful. To actually get your Apocalypse 3 trophy and ID card badge, I think it's gold, you have to do it on Sunny Meadows. But I thought I'd challenge myself to do it on the other maps. Bringing in my crucifixes so I don't get spawned on as soon as I walk through the door. I don't actually think that can be a ghost room in this map, or the hallways, but if it's a roaming ghost it can spawn on you. I use the tier 2 smudgies for the Apocalypse challenges typically, rather than the tier 3, as the tier 3 smudge sticks just keep the ghost in place so you can't really get away from it, especially if you're at 50 speed and that's at 150 speed. Obviously there's no chance of me running away from it, so really the tier 1 would work well as well, because the ghost would stay at their constant speed, so it's more chance of it running away from you. I'm always quite disappointed when I start these challenges and I can't hear the ghost straight away. I like the thrill of the ghost being close. Remember as well, while doing the Apocalypse 3 challenges, you've got to get a photo of the ghost, even if it's not an objective. Start moving to the right. I'm just hoping at this point I can kind of get to a room on the right there before it comes steaming around the corner. It's the frustrating thing, you can only carry 3 things at a time, right? So the amount of times I've lost a crucifix or an incense on the way. Okay, checking the light switch there to see if it was in a hunt or not. If the ghost's not in a hunt, the light switch is interactable. Okay, I'm close to my little room now. My base camp for a while. Okay, so I can't interact with the light switch there, so that means the ghost's in an active hunt. can hear its steps. I found the parabolic mic a bit unreliable. On this map specifically, actually, sometimes it'll say it's up, like the little triangle there indicates that it's upstairs above me. But sometimes it says that if it's on the same floor of me, so I'm a little bit cautious of that. You might see me turning it off sometimes. I can't remember what my objectives are, but they must have been a photo of an EMF or maybe take 3 photos. Checking the light switch again. At this point I'll be timing the hunts as well on my phone. So for large maps, the hunt duration set to high as well for APOC 3, so it will be a minute per hunt. I think at this point I'm trying to think of where it's spawning from because I've only heard it in the middle of a hunt. I wanted to see if it was spawning down here or upstairs. It spawned right above me. I'm panicking a bit here, thinking there's nowhere to hide in this map. Obviously with the Apocalypse 3 challenge you don't get hiding spots, so you kind of have to find natural hiding spots. The more you play on the maps, the more familiar you get with the natural hiding spots. Unfortunately, because Brownstone is one of the original maps, it's not been reworked or anything yet, so it's not great. The rooms are massive and there's not really anywhere to hide. Okay, I'm ruling out some ghosts there. I'm ruling out the fast ones. The breaker's broken as well on Apocalypse 3, so if it was a hand to, it'd be crazy fast. Ruled out miling as well because I could hear it. A revenant would sound really slow like a potato until it saw me or detected my electronics, so that's why I ruled that one out. Dio would have sprinted towards me and found me. You can't hide from a Dio. So it's a good chunk of ghosts to rule out quite early. Okay, I'd be panicking now, I think. There's nowhere to hide. Just hiding by that. I don't know what that is. Stick. Yeah, you hide behind the chair. I'm sure that'd save me. You never know, actually. Sometimes really weird hiding spots in Phasmophobia that you wouldn't even suspect, so it's worth giving it a go. See, that sounded like that was downstairs with me, right? But it had the arrow pointing up on the parabolic. When I'm playing these games, I feel like I'm constantly looking at my journal and doing my objectives. Locked myself out of the room. But I don't seem to be looking now. I don't know what the objectives are for this. I didn't pick up on it. I'll look at it again at some point. I think at this point I'm probably thinking that I need to make my way upstairs at some point. Okay, there we go. 3 photos. That's why I brought the EMF in. When you play a lot of Phasmophobia, all the games merge into one as well, so you need to familiarise yourself with the objectives if you're trying to go for them. The thing with playing Apocalypse 3, it can be quite tedious because you're so slow and you've got to be really cautious how you play, and I'm quite an impatient person naturally, so usually with these challenges I'll die just because I'm getting bored of waiting around for the ghost to do something that I need it to do, and I'll go and try and force it. Alright, at this point I'm thinking it's chucking a lot, touching a lot of doors. Obviously can't really see any eerie abilities when I'm not around the ghost room. Sometimes it's good to just sit back in the hunt and just listen, see if you can notice anything, regardless of the speed or anything, see how much it's chucking, or how many doors it's touching. Okay, yeah, I think at this point I'm getting bored. I want to go and see what it is, see where it is. I'm thinking it's spawning right above that room I was in before, so it's probably one of the rooms directly to the left at the top of the stairs. I take my crucifix so I don't get spawned on, even though if it spawns slightly out of that cruci range I'm dead. I'm looking now at the doors, I think. Just going for safety. Little jump scare. Okay, I remember that smudge actually wasn't a jump scare smudge. That was actually something I wanted to give myself some time. I thought I'd take the opportunity to try and get some more of my stuff from downstairs. It's so frustrating though because you're so slow. And I'm thinking now if it's a demon, I've got a minute and I don't think I'm going to make it back. 1:30 minutes for a normal ghost. I didn't know whether that was doable either. And then obviously 3 minutes for a spirit, so I'll be timing that smudge now. Had to leave the EMF behind. I would have been upset about that. I'd be pressing down W hard on my keyboard trying to make it back to that room. Okay, I just heard it throw something to the left. Yep, that plant looks like a great place to hide. Like I said though, it's so difficult for natural hiding spots here, you just gotta take what you can. And hope for the best. I'm looking good right now though, I've got three incense sticks with me, got my photo cam, and a crucifix. I'm praying it doesn't come in here and spot me between my little twig. Yeah, I'm thinking at this point, with it spawning in that room, is it over there? I can't remember what I did. It looks like I'm going for it. Oh no. I'm very much aware of the door touches during this as well. Unfortunately, with it normal speed, there's a lot of ghost it can be. Oh, look there. That's a cool one. That's a good hiding spot. Very rare, good natural hiding spot in Brownstone. Where's the ghost? Where's the ghost? I don't want to walk into it, so I'm cautious. So hard to see them events. Get my crucifix over there. Just cautious of it spawning on me, although it does seem that the hunt just ended, so. The normal ghost should have 25-second grace period after a hunt. Get that photo, girl. I believe that counted as well. That was quite far away. Oh yeah, there's a third pick. Nice. Okay, now I'm smudging to try and make my escape. Give myself a minute and a half to get down because I've actually done everything I need to do. I'm not still 100% sure of what the ghost is at this point. Taking the crucifix just in case it spawns on me. Grabbing the other the other incenses. Uh-oh. Okay, at this point I actually did shit myself. I thought I'd smudged it. Pure panic mode. If I was recording my audio at the time of this, I may have screamed. The amount of times I've hid under these stairs and been found as well is incredible. I can't believe that the ghost hasn't come to me. Sigh of relief at this point, hearing the ghost run away from me. I did use my last 2 incenses on that, but we have everything we need, the ghost photo and the objective, so there's no need for me to go near the ghost at this point really. I just want to listen to it in a few hunts to see if I can make an educated guess on what it is at this point. Thanking my lucky stars that I didn't die in that hunt. I couldn't believe it, honestly. That was really close. It took me by surprise as well because I did think that I had the minute and a half to get down. Back to the safety room. This is a pretty decent room to hide in actually for the natural hiding spots because it's got those little bookshelves. Didn't need the EMF after all. Obviously I did incense the ghost, so it will take a while to hunt. Just aggressively flicking the light switch. At this point, the crucifix is just more, I have it, I'll bring it down. This is not a roaming ghost. It's not roamed to me once, so I didn't really think that there was any fear of it spawning on me. I'm just trying to confirm what it is. I had a few thoughts at this point. I turn my parabolic off because I can hear the footsteps, but I can't hear them when I've got the parabolic on, but I can hear the footsteps, and if I can hear them, it means the ghost's downstairs, and I'm always worried about that bug. At this point I'm ready to make a break for it. I've decided I'm going to go with Poltergeist, the chucks, the throws it was doing in that hunt. It did one, I think, in the first or second hunt as well. I heard quite a lot of throws, and I always think if it sounds like a machine gun's going off in the parabolic, then it's probably you got a poltergeist. And of course it started hunting as I tried to leave, couldn't believe it. I was kind of worried at this point because I thought if it comes down, if it just runs around this corner, I'm dead. Tried to do my best by finding a hiding spot. I have no idea whether that would help. It probably wouldn't have. Locking in Polty. I'm just checking if it's still hunting at this point though, because I didn't want to... draw it to me, I guess. I also didn't want it to change my mind if I didn't hear enough throws and spend another half hour in here just listening to it over and over again. Again, I'm quite impatient, so... I might test whether that fire extinguisher is actually a hiding spot at some point. You'd be surprised. Okay, normally when I leave an APOC game, I'm usually confident in what the ghost is, so I'm quite valiant when I walk out. But in this one, I was a little bit unsure. I don't know why, because looking at it back, it was throwing a lot, but I wasn't 100% confident on it. It was touching a lot of doors as well. I don't know if I could tell on the parabolic actually if it did the Yuri ability or not. So. And there you go.
Welcome back. There's some jobs ready for you.
Just over 9k. $23-minute game. That's not too bad actually for an apocalypse game. Some of them honestly you can do over an hour, maybe even longer. 383 interactions, 10 hunts. I don't even know where Classroom 20 is. Alright guys, if you've lasted this long, thank you for watching. See you again.